All right, well, here's a more in-depth review, or I guess look at the first gen 4Runner. Say 2010. I thought it was 2011, but I'll show you how to figure that one out later. I'm at my library, so I gotta be quiet. Here's the back. A few things that have broken on it, so that kind of sucks. But I've repaired a couple of things and ordered like 4 things, so it's not really bad. But be able to see in the bottom. I guess you can't really see anything there. Yeah, it's a little bit rusty, a little bit crusty. Not too bad. But did a serpentine belt recently. Oh shit, we can't see nothing. Alright, there we go. Did the serpentine belt. Have a video on that for the pulleys, the actual belt, and probably the idler. The belt was squeaking, so I just ordered a kit. I repaired the belt, but I'll make a video of how to do it. Thankfully, it's really simple in this truck. So that was one squeaking issue that we got resolved. The other squeaking issue, or the other issue, I don't really think I have too much. My axles are good, so I'm not worried about them, but that was my main thing. Oh, then my back camera was bad, and then my blower motor was also bad. But we can look at those later. Whew. And then, let me see if I can find that. Oh shit, I don't have my key. It does work, thankfully. And the step also works. Where the fuck is the step? Well, the step was working. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, here we go. Pretty much just gotta pull up and then slides out. So, do a functioning step. I heard these don't go bad or they get stuck or whatever, but luckily this one has a functioning one. So that's a little bit of the damage. This was almost, or that was kind of intermittent. It kind of worked sometimes and it kind of didn't. But I repaired it yesterday and luckily it's doing good. Finally, I mean, it's not the best quality, but it's nice to have a backup camera. Another, damn, that's a cool view. These things are fucking wide. They don't really, I mean, people say they're wide and I get it, but these things are fucking wide, bro. You look at that, and then when you're looking at the rearview mirror, that's all you see, or the side mirrors. It's just crazy. It is kind of messy. I just washed it because it was pretty filthy. Still pretty dirty, but it's dirtier. If that's possible. And this could be the super cab, I believe, where it's just full door and then half a door, but they all open. Then there's gonna be storage right under here, so yeah, it's pretty messy. I gotta really look through it all or clean it up, but that's gonna be when I get home. Seats are really good condition, or the back ones are in great condition. It's almost like they were never sat on, which not really hard to believe, because I mean there's room in here to sit, but it's not like a regular car. Like I feel like this has the same amount of space as my Prius internally, if that makes any sense. I've never had a truck. This is my first truck, but I mean this is where I sit, so it's not like I'm leaning too far back or too far forward or whatever, but this is where I sit essentially. Make it better. And I have room, like it might feel small with the door closed. Feels a little bit small. I mean, honestly, for me, I'm 5'9". It's not that bad. Like, if you're 6 foot, maybe, depending how long your legs are. But it's surprisingly not as bad as I thought. And I thought getting this would be better than a regular 4-door Raptor. But it's still a big fucking car. Like, I have a photo of it parked next to a car at work, and it's just as big as a regular 4-door F-150. Like, these things are fucking huge, man. Oh, so back to that. This is the inside. So this I found out it's a 2010, because the 2011 and up, their steering wheels, let me go back to this. Their steering wheels have like a selector, almost like a, it's like up, down, left, right, and then a little button in the middle. 2010 is the only one that they have it with all these right here. So after 2010, I think they discontinued this version of the steering wheel. 2011 and 14 still fit it. I did order one, so I just gotta pop these out and put them in the new one. But yeah, that was a giveaway of that this is a 2010, not a 2011. So it kind of sucks, but it's still working, thankfully. Yeah, my backup camera wasn't working. I got that to work. Blower motor was fucking making crazy noise. Something ended up breaking on it. I have a video, or I think I have a clip from the video I could put in here to see what the actual problem was. But I ended up replacing it anyways, just to have a brand new one. My old one works still, so I'm keeping it. It's just gonna be a backup just in case anything. My sunroof does work, which is awesome. So I know a lot of people have issues with those, but thankfully I have a functioning one with no issues, so I'm not complaining there. I really thought the red would be an issue. I thought it was like too hot boy, too bright, and like in your face, burn your eyes out red, but it's really not that bad. It looks kind of orange on this camera, but it looks like a red orange, but it's a lot darker, not as bright. I don't know if it's because it's old or that's just the color it came with, but I don't mind it. I was gonna make it black, but now no issue. Now the front seats are definitely trashed. Like, that one is comfortable, but I got it from a guy that he's a boat captain, so I guess he comes in here after work, and his wife, and they just dried out the seats, which sucks. But there's still padding in it. Mine, same thing, dried out. Definitely, I mean, not as bad here, worse over here, but still have enough padding. This is pretty dried out and ripped, but there's still padding, so it is what it is. I mean, I didn't pay top dollar for this truck, so I gotta fix that up. But that's it's a problem for later. Everything works, still comfortable, have no issue. Like I said, the sunroof work, the side window, this rear truck window, I don't know what that's called, but that one still slides. That's nice. And then after I replace the steering wheel, it'll at least feel somewhat nice again. Yeah, this is gonna be my serpentine belt I replaced. Wasn't that big of a deal. Just need a 1/2-inch drive and you loosen it, but I'll go over that later. I guess we could do. What else? What else is really going on here? I showed all this crap on the other video. It's nothing new or crazy, but a lot of surface rust. There's like some dirt there, but I gotta see where that's coming from. I don't know. I think my boot might have just recently broke, so that kind of sucks. But it is set to mid perch. I did just notice that recently. So not a lift kit, but it's just set to higher perch than the first setting. So that's why it gives it that nice level look. Holy shit. I'm gonna put you in auto. So yeah. And then for the engine, I'm not gonna go too into detail because a lot of people already know it. I'm not a god damn it. Alright, put you down. this before I put that down. There we go. Yeah, she is old reliable. She's a little bit dusty. And yeah, not the newest, not the best, not the worst. I'm a big fan of it. So far, I've only had it for like about 150 miles, about a week. And I mean, thankfully no issues, but yeah, I think I do need to do the Fuse 27 relocation. I don't know though, because the guy had it since new 2010. Never had any issues, so I'm hoping it might be the same, but I might still end up doing it just to knock it out the way. He did put an aftermarket light bar in it, which is hooked up to the first auxiliary switch, which I need to find out how to do that because there's a few more things I might want to add. But yeah, this is how she's rocking. So a bit more space than my Prius and the Lexus, so that's good. Make sure everything's good. Yeah, and then that'll be it for the engine. Nothing crazy. It's cool. It's reliable. It's working. I have no issues so far, but we'll see how it is after a few months. Ay, ay, ay. Wheels and tires. These are big. These are, for me, too fucking big. They're cool, but they're 27. They're fucking 37 by 12.5 by 22s. So they're definitely cool, but that is some straight up Florida salt life, which I mean I can't hate. That's where I chose to live. But these are just too big for me. I'd rather have smaller rim and fatter tire. So these I'm gonna take out, sell them, try to at least, and see how that goes. But they ride good. I mean, the tread's kind of worn. You could definitely tell I'm in need of tires soon. And he did cut that because I'm assuming he was rubbing. So they got that going on. But everything else is, can't really complain. Like, these haven't, not wobbling, they're not messing up on me. I live in Florida and they haven't lost traction. Could tell that they've been exposed to a lot of salt water though. That definitely sucks ass. But yeah, and then for the bottom, same thing. Not bad. It's a 15-year-old car, so we got to keep that in consideration. A few things I do want to do. I gotta check, make sure I don't got an exhaust leak. I don't know if I do, or if that's just the exhaust that he put on it, but that's a future thing I'm gonna be looking into. We'll go over there later. There's nothing over here. If you guys see anything, let me know. But that's this side. It's a little bit of rust. Not on the cab corner. That's the door, but not. Let me check exactly where. It's all like superficial, I'm assuming. But that I'm gonna have to spend a day and bust some rust, take it out, clean it up, make sure nothing gets worse. But I figured it's lasted him a while, hasn't treated him bad, so if I take care of it, it should hopefully do the same for me. If not, I mean, that sucks, but it is what it is. So this is the exhaust that he put on it. So muffler delete and just put that one on. I might just add a resonator. I don't know if that's resonator or muffler, I'm not too sure, but I might just add another resonator to make it quiet. I'll start in a minute. But that's also for the future. I have no need for that right now. I don't like how it sounds, and my drive to work is only about 15 minutes. This is the rear. Bump stops will be cool to replace. That's all gonna be. I'm gonna do a whole suspension refresh probably when I hit 215,000 miles. I'm gonna drive it as is for a little bit, get a feel for it, see how I like it, see what like sounds are normal, what sounds are not normal, and then take it from there. Yeah, here is the back one. It's cool. I like them. I really like them. Just wish there were 17s and they would stay, but I gotta go. And then the back, I do need to change the gasket for the diff, so that's gonna be a first for changing a diff on a truck for me. I don't think there's an actual drain hole on it, So I think I actually got to take the whole cover off and then take all the sealant off, put the new gasket on, and take it from there. So that's gonna be our first. Pretty cool, kind of excited. Not bad. Yeah, so just some more rust I gotta clean up. Not bad. Oh, and I've never had leaf springs. I've always had like actual springs and struts and shocks and all that crap. So this is gonna be cool to see how it rides so different from like a Lexus or the 4Runner, or yeah, those two pretty much. Everything rides different than the Prius, so can't compare to that. Then the bed of the truck, I don't know, truck bed. It's kind of cool because I've been seeing that, yeah, they kind of shit on the payload. I think it's only 2100 for the Raptor versus the regular F-150. But if I fit everything in my Lexus, I fit a fuck ton of things on the Prius. This is gonna blow all those out of the water, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't tow, so I'm not worried about towing. As long as I can put a good amount of stuff here, it's gonna work perfectly fine for me. Let's see the top. No crazy fading, no issue there, so it's kind of nice. But yeah, this is it. It's so fucking derpy looking. It does kind of look weird from the side, but as soon as you get to like the angles of it, it looks fucking gorgeous, man. This is such a pretty truck. Holy shit. And once again, I was kind of nervous about parking it, like getting the 4-door versus this one versus the 4-door for parking, like in a parking spot. But this is the size of a parking spot, so that's kind of good. I'm assuming a regular F-150 is definitely gonna fit, because like at work when I park next to it, this should look gigantic compared to that. So I'm assuming that one's gonna be no issue parking. So if you're worried about can you park in a spot, yeah, you can still park in a parking spot. I'm assuming the 4-door might stick out a foot, but use your backup camera, you're good to go. So there's that. The engine, yeah, you could start it up. And this is, I guess, the passenger side. Like I said, pretty clean. Thankfully, nothing wrong with it. Oh, this still works. I'm pretty sure. Everyone I know is pretty short. So for us, this is a big fucking truck. For my truck friends, might not be, but for me, this is a big ass truck. Yeah, but I'll start it up. So I got 209,899 miles. God damn. Yeah. So it's a good amount of miles. Definitely has some time on her and some distance, but. And then this is gonna be the exhaust. Sounds good. I don't think it sounds bad. It's just very loud when I drive.